story is quite different, really, because I haven't got one. Haven't got a story at all. Okay? So I'll just tell you a little bit about me. It'll just take 30 seconds. Brought up in a very loving family. Mum and Dad still together. They've celebrated their golden wedding anniversary. Lovely couple, loving family. Lovely sister, very close to her. Met my husband when I was 11 and fell in love with him when I was 15. Got married at 20. Got 2 gorgeous children, 2 daughters who are now adults, 22 and 28. If you do the math, we sort of had the first child when we were 18 and then married when we were 20. And we've been married 26 years. So that's my story. Okay? So when first met Richard was in 2005. Okay? My husband actually met him first, and he went to one of Richard's, seminars and things, and he came back. I didn't do seminars or anything like that. He came back from this seminar, a bit like Helen, I think, with Jeff, and he said, "Sal, I've just met the most amazing man, and oh, he's just fantastic, you'll love him." Well, what does he do? Oh, he's an inspirational speaker, and he's just amazing. Oh, that's good, Neil, that floats your boat, that's great. But why would I want to go to any of those sort of things? I'm really happy with what I've got, so why would I want to change? Well, it's not that you want to change, love. I'm really happy with you and everything else, but he says, there's other things out there, and he's just such an amazing guy. He says, doing another seminar in a couple of weeks, he says, I'd really like you to come. And I says, I'll think about it. I knew I wasn't going to go. And I says, I'll think about it. And he said, well, I'm taking the girls. And I said, well, you better ask them first. So he asked them, and they very open-minded and said, yeah, we'll come with your dad. Can we get McDonald's on the way home? Yeah, that's cool. So off he goes to the seminar, and the girls come back and said, oh, they are just gorgeous people. Liz is so pretty, and Richard's lovely, and they just, they were on cloud 9. So I said, good. Then I sort of felt like I'd missed out a little bit because I hadn't gone, but I didn't want to show any of that. So I said, that's great, you guys. So Neil said to me, he says, I'm going to invite Richard to one of our training days. Neil and I have a business, and we've got franchisees, and they're business coaches, and they coach other businesses to a very high level. So he says, I'm going to invite Richard to at one of our training days. And I says, do you think the coaches will appreciate that, Neil? Yeah, I do, Sal. He says, and you will too, actually, because he says, you're going to sit in and listen to it. I says, hang on now, I'm going to sit at the back then, and I'm not participating, which is really against what we preach, actually. It's 100% participation, isn't it, Tim? And I said, well, I'm going to sit at the back. And he said, Sal, I'm not concerned about what your behaviour is going to be like, because he said, you're just going to love Richard and Liz, I just know it. So I went along to the training, and I sat at the back, with my arms folded, saw this guy come in, and I was very polite, really, and made him a cup of hot water, because that's what he drank, and Liz, and it blew me away, absolutely blew me away. Blew the coaches away, blew Neil away again, and he'd seen him about 3 or 4 times at this stage. And then I says, oh, they're lovely people, Neil. I says, we should go out for dinner with them. Yeah, we should, Sal. So we went out for dinner, and it was great, wasn't it? And we talked and stuff, and Neil said, I'm doing his course, Beyond Words. And I said, oh, good on you. That's fine. How about you do it with me, Sal? No. Sorry, no, I'm not doing that course. So anyway, I cut a long story short, I've got 1 minute and I wasn't watching.
Carry on, I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah?
So my timed out feeling.
So I went and Neil went and did this course, 2-day Beyond Words course, came back, he was on this absolute high. Sal, you would absolutely love this course, you really must do it, you're just missing out if you don't do it. What do you have to do on it? I said, oh, you have to tell your story. What story? I said, I haven't got a story. He says, everybody's got a story, Sal. And I says, well, I'm actually curious to what you said. Now, he's had a completely different childhood to me. And although he'll say it's happy and all the rest of it, his mother died when he was very young. He was from a family of 5, and when his mother died, their whole family died. And his brother got into drugs and all the rest of it. Still is, unfortunately. And Neil got into trouble as well until he met me. And but that's beside the point. So when it came to Neil saying to me, oh, you know, you just tell your story, and I said, so what sort of stories did other people tell? Well, he told me all these, what I thought were horrendous stories. And although I wouldn't mind listening to them, I just thought, well, I haven't got anything to offer the group, so I'm not going to go, because I haven't got a story. So that was in 2005. I went to BC on 2008, June 2008. Never, unlike Dave, who's just spoken, I didn't have a list of courses I'd been on to, because for me, those courses were for people that didn't have they were from a dysfunctional family, or they had issues or anything like that. I actually too was probably from a dysfunctional family. When after doing BC, I actually found out what my script was. And so that's me pretty much in a nutshell. No story, but a bloody huge script.